this guy. Okay, baby. You deserve this. Happy retirement.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to 270. Make some noise, everybody. Nice to have you company. Welcome to the revolutionary, the high-tech spec lounge 270. How are we all this evening?
I'm good.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Mike Daniel, cruise director. Who knows me from the show earlier? Anybody come from the theatre or that? Thanks for taking us about a 3-mile journey, so thank you for joining us. I've been cruise director now with Royal Caribbean for 17 years, with the company for 21 years. I've worked on every breed of ship, and this ship is in a world of its own, which is why we're going to do this presentation for you right now. This is not just a lounge, this turns into a theatre at night. Now, this demonstration is a live demonstration. It's pretty much run manually because I don't follow a script per se. Whatever happens in the next 35-40 minutes, we have to cross our fingers and hope it happens, because there's robots, there's Vistorama screens, there's stages going up and down. Are you ready, everybody? You ready for this? Okay. Now, by applause, who's heard of HSN, Home Shopping Network? Anyone heard of HSN?
Yeah.
Now, I do that when I'm in Florida, because I live in Orlando, so when I'm not on the ship, when I'm on holiday, I actually work for HSN and I sell electronic gadgets. I do the iPads, cell phones, TVs. But what I do there is nothing compared to what I do here, because HSN is a live show live to 96 million people, which is nerve-wracking alone. This is only live to about 400 of you. But anything can go wrong in this show. So there might be pauses along the way, there might be like a blank space of like 10-20 seconds whilst we reset things. And that's the cool thing about this lounge, because of the technology which we're going to show you this evening. So what we're going to do, this is the theatre. Now, in your traditional theatre, which you may have seen tonight, and you definitely will see if you didn't see tonight, Royal Theatre, that's the traditional theatre. Every cruise ship has one. Our one is huge. You've got stage left, you've got stage right. That's where the performers come in and out. You've got the orchestra behind you. Here we don't have that. So our Vice President of Entertainment, Nick Weir, and he has a TV background too. He's the one that created this whole lounge experience. He said, we've got to take it one step up. We're building a beautiful cruise ship. We're used to the theatres at the front and the lounges at the back. How can we make it more spectacular, where we just still get performers coming in from left and right? Because here, you've probably seen, that is backstage. What you're seeing there in the daytime, it's windows. You have a 270-degree view of the ocean or the land, depending where we are. So performers can't be behind us. There's no stage left, because that's the bar. Stage right is where you lovely people are. So what I'm going to show you is one of 9 entries and exits for our performers. This is really cool. So the Spectre's Cabaret, which you'll see in a few minutes' time, we're going to show 9 performances to that. This is where I'm going to come out at the end of the show, and this is where performers come in and out. So we push the button, and we say, beam me down, Scotty. Here we go. Whee! Isn't that cool? And right now, I'm 12 feet on another deck, and I say, beam me up, Scotty, and I come back up again. It's the very end of the show, and I say, hi, high five. There we go. During the daytime, we have plants covering this to disguise it. So we got one here, that's called an actor lift. We've got more actor lifts as well. We have an actor lift over there with a spotlight of the plants there, and another actor lift behind me. So 3 actor lifts going up and down to the labyrinth downstairs. That's the whole changing area down there. And this is called the cake lift, everybody. Let's fire it away, Stephanie. We got it's a 2-tier cake lift. Now, people actually get married in this lounge sometimes purely because of the cake lift, because cakes and weddings often go together. And we got one more tier lift coming up here. Isn't this cool? You like it so far?
Wow.
Maybe not that impressed. Okay. Let's take it one step further, everybody. Who remembers the movie Chitty Chitty Bang Bang?
Oh, yeah.
There's a section where they're toy dolls and they have to pretend to be dolls and they're humans and go around on the cake. There we go. That's my Chitty Chitty Bang Bang impression. So there we go. That's a cake lift. Okay, we'll go down now. We're going to keep going around. So the cake lift comes up and down with our performers. We also have 2 stage lifts. We have a stage lift over there, and we have a stage lift over there. So the performers and our musicians will come up and down. They don't have to walk onto the stage because they're loaded up in the labyrinth downstairs. So that's how they sneak in and sneak out. And we got a few missing. We've got 4 hatches which are above me. There we go. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. That is the most unique part of this lounge. We have flyers. We have a rigging team. Now tomorrow, or whenever you see Spectra, there's going to be a man up there. His name is either Dusty or Munsey. He actually controls the flying team. They'll be lowered from the rigging up there all the way down, and they go back upstairs. So we've got a dressing room and a labyrinth upstairs, and a dressing room and a labyrinth downstairs. Nothing on the level you are sitting on here. It is so cool. So Spectra's Cabaret can be enjoyed from any seat, from any angle. It's an open open lounge, and after this show, you can actually walk behind here. This lounge never closes. We don't close the curtains, although we do have some very special curtains we're going to show shortly. Even during tonight's presentation, we'll just roam around. It's very free and open. So Nick said, our VP of Entertainment, he's actually coming on here in a few nights' time to show some VIPs around for our new class of ship. He said, okay, so we got the lounge, we got the staging, we got the hatches, you know, it's a great show, but what can we do to really utilize the huge space behind us? Because usually at night if you go to a lounge and you see a band playing, you got curtains behind and that's it. Pretty boring. He said, how can we utilize this space here all behind us? 105 foot wide blinds we have here, and this screen, he said he wanted to have one big projection to make the show you're going to see into a huge robot and Vistarama show incorporating our performers. Now, with that became a few difficulties, because when you go to a movie theater, they have one projector. Here, we've got the two beams here. These are structural beams, and not only control the robots, which we'll show at the end, but they also hold the floor above the engines, because we're at the back. The old classic ships, and some of the newer ones too, you'll feel the vibrations when we go in full speed. Now, we're actually going full speed now, and you can't feel a thing. There's no vibration. That's because these beams here are actually suspending a portion of our staging away from the engine, so it's a nice smooth journey the whole time for our performers. So how can we do it? And there's a technical team called the Moment Factory in Quebec, Canada, who came up with a unique idea. And this is the only ship, along with Quantum and Ovation, that were in Asia. Nothing like this on land, nor the cruise line can do what I'm going to show you tonight, because we have copyrighted it. They incorporated 18 projectors to shine onto the 105 foot wide Vistarama screen. And Vistarama was the name they gave it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to walk over here, and we're just going to crank up one projector so you can see what one looks like, and then we'll fire up the rest of the 17. So here we go, projector number one, please. Here it goes. There we go, number two. Let's do number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 projectors you are looking at right now. Now, after the show, anytime this cruise, dead time is better, you can actually see the projectors all lined up along the wall. Now, you probably see right now these projectors have overlapped. That's because we have to focus them in. So, Stephanie, you can just focus the projectors in to make it look like one large image. You see that?
Wow, that's amazing.
There we go. Good job, Steph. By the way, I keep mentioning Steph, we have our robot team way up behind you, and for those who are into shows and technical aspects, you're going to want to see where they are. Can we just turn the spotlights off me for a second? I want you to see, we got Steph, Vlad, and Alejandra way at the back. Give them a wave there. They're our robot technicians. They've got the entire show. Great job indeed. Okay, so that's what they're doing. They're taking my cues right now. It's a manual show. Spectre's camera is all pre-programmed, but they're there to make sure the show runs smoothly. This is a completely manual live show, because sometimes I change my mind what we're going to do. So we've got all the projectors in line. Looks like one large projection, just like a proper movie theater. And what we're going to do now is do the test screen. Now, back in the good old days of the 60s, who was around in the 1960s? The days of punk rock and rock and roll, when they had black and white televisions. You had the old test card back then. So let's do our very own Anthem test card. This is what we do. We fire up the projectors every single night. So we've got projector stuff. Let's do it. There we go. There is our very own test card.
Oh, that's awesome.
Brought back some memories for our older guests with the black and white TV there. And for the younger guests who don't know what black and white television is, let's now go to a little bit of color. So we got reds and blues. Let's see what we can come up with tonight, Steph. Here we go. What do you think of the sound system as well? That sound system is huge. It's just as strong as an IMAX theater sound system. And by the way, the 18 projectors we have cost $120,000 each. It's $12K for each projector, so you can do the calculations there. Each light bulb will last about 118 hours. It's $20,000 to replace a light bulb. This is not one cheap show, ladies and gentlemen. This is a huge budgeted show tonight. Now, we've got the color, we've got the black and white, we've got the test card, we've got the 18 projectors. Let's try a little bit of 3D right now. So let's push that 3D button without the glasses. Here we go. You got gone very quiet, which means you're not impressed right now. So let's try something different. If you're standing up, you may want to sit down or hold on to the handrails because we are now going to go to 4D, everybody. Here we go. Hold on. Brace yourself, Sheila. Here we go. Stand by. Oh, let's count on the cubes. 720, and there's one more coming down. Where is it? Oh, there it goes. Wow, I think that's it.
Wow.
No animals were under the making of this performance, by the way. So that's a little teaser for you. This is just part of our presentation. None of this you're seeing is in the Spectra show. We take it one step further with Spectra. So you've seen that, and what we're going to do now, everybody, is show you a very quick virtual concert. Because with these Vistoramas, we can do so much. And what Nick did, he went to Boston and he got 76 musicians together. We named them the American Philharmonic Orchestra. Who is familiar with conductor John Williams? Anybody?
Yes.
You know those big movie blockbusters, and we got with him, and goodness knows how much we paid him to do this, but this is exclusive only to Anthem of the Seas. Throughout the cruise, you might see the Cruise Compass Virtual Concert Symphony. That's a half-hour concert, and we're going to show you a quick 5-minute version right now with full surround sound, and we had all the cameras, the Vistorama cameras went to the studio in Boston, 76 musicians got together. Now, when you see the movie, when John Williams does movies like E.T. or Raiders of the Lost Ark, there's only 74. We had 2 more, so there's 2 extra musicians than actually the original movie. We're going to play 5 or 6 movies, I think, see if you can know which movies they are, and we'll go through at the end. So let's open up the curtains, everybody, and see John Williams with our American Symphony Orchestra. Enjoy the show. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
A Tribute to John Williams by John Williams. Arranged by Paul Lavender.
Oh, something that we've both seen 1,000 times.
No, I need a music list.
I'll take all the credit. Thank you. So that was American Philharmonic Orchestra just for Anthem. First one was
Star Wars.
Star Wars. Second one was
Jaws.
Jaws, of course. Third one was
Superman.
the original and the best one. Number
Yes.
4, kiddies. Harry Potter. Number 5.
Indiana Jones.
Raiders of the Lost Ark, or any Indiana Jones movie. And the 6th and final one was E.T. Oh no. Have a guess, shout out to numbers. How much do you think from ideas, conception, or the production value of this show alone, and the Spectre show you're going to see, this entire lounge? Give me a figure that we had to pay when the ship came out for all of this. How much do you think? 20 million.
$1 billion.
300 million. Wow. I think we'd be bankrupt if it was that much. This lounge alone costs $30 million with a budget, an annual budget of $7 million. So you can see those over right after the show. Anyway, Steph, let's do the next thing right now. Kids, are you ready for the most exciting part of the show?
Oh my God.
All they are. Now, because we've got so many kids tonight, we usually do one robot show. I decided we're going to do 2 robot shows tonight. The first one's about 4 minutes long, which is the coolest thing you'll ever see. And then the second robot show will incorporate the Vistoramas, which will blow your minds completely. So the second one has a big storyline. I'll be back to explain more about that in a few moments. But the first one is, basically Nick said, well, we got the Vistoramas, how can we make it more exciting? He said, I want robots. And the response he got was quite facetious, because nobody could ever imagine robots on board a cruise ship, let alone Vistoramas and stages going up and down and people flying from the ceiling. But Nick persevered, he got what he asked for, and we have 6 robots. I'll explain more about them after this little presentation, which was made once again just for the anthem. It's called Battle. Enjoy the show. Here we go. Fire 'em up, Steph. Enjoy this one. They're just getting ready. Here we go. Feel free to videotape this if you want. And here are our very own curtains. they come with a 12K resolution each. And let's talk about the robots quickly, because Stefan has to reset for the next robot show. That shows how elegant the robots actually are, because they move like a human arm, as you probably saw there. They have 6 axes each, and Andy Robot, that's his nickname, he's the man that created these robots for us, and he also created the robots that make cars for Porsche in Germany. Same style of robot, and we have the miniature style of robots at the robotic bar. If you haven't seen the robotic bar yet on deck 5 in the Royal Caribbean, you've got to check that, because they'll make cold drinks for you. And now NASA, they're going to make similar things in space to blow up asteroids with a similar model to the robots we have here. Now each arm costs $150,000 each, and after this show, anytime when it's daylight, come around and see just the backs of them. They are really a phenomenal thing, and I still can't believe we have these on a cruise ship. It really is so cool. So you saw how the screens work and interact with each other. What we're going to do now is show you more beauty and elegance with the robots, of how they're incorporated with the Vistarama. This is an amazing little robot show we're going to do for you now, going inside the mind of Leonardo da Vinci, not Leonardo DiCaprio, Leonardo da Vinci, the famous artist, and see what's going on in his mind when he's making his next piece of art. We hope you enjoy this. Leonardo's dream. I'll be back in just a few minutes' time. Enjoy. Thank you, Seth.
No. I was going to say, because you have it pillars. Oh.
Don't worry, kids, it gets better.
Okay, good.
There we go, Sopping Dreams, we really didn't do none of those dreams. Thank you, Steph. Give that for our technical team. I'll see you later. They've done the whole show. So there we go, everybody. That's our Robot Vistarama show. And when you come to see Spectre's Cabaret, we have shows coming up from tomorrow night. We're going to incorporate all the robots, Vistaramas, the stage lifts, 16 performers in total. Not only Spectre's Cabaret, but I think on day 4 or day 5 evening, we have the Bon Jovi tribute band Wanted. They'll be playing on this stage. We have the dance floor down here. And we have other fun things as well, like the virtual symphony, the virtual rock concert. Now, who wants to see a rock concert right now? Anybody? Okay, so Nick took all the cruise rectors. We've got 24 ships in the fleet. There's 42 cruise rectors, and every 2 years, Nick spoils us. He takes us to a conference. It's not just boring in a conference center for 7 days. 2 years ago, he took us to Miami, where our main corporate headquarters are. And then this February, he took us to Vegas. It's a tough life. And we stayed at the Palm Valley Resort, and he took us to various clubs and shows every night. Because all of our new ships, including We Will Rock You on this ship, they're all Vegas inspired. And he took us to a little nightclub at the Palm City Resort where they have musicians come up every Monday night, Vegas's finest musicians, and they play just together, they jam and they play all up-tempo tunes that you've heard of. And we loved it so much that we wanted to actually incorporate it on board the Anthem, the Ovation, and the Harmony. So we got the Vistarama cameras in there a few weeks after our conference, I think it was March or April this year, and we filmed an entire band on the Vistarama, which we're going to show you right now. They're called Santa Fe and the Fat City Horns, and they're going to be playing for you right now one number by Toto. Any Toto fans?
Woo!
This is Rosanna with full surround sound, full Vistarama, and on the robots. We hope you enjoy. Thanks for coming out to the show. I'm Mike, very proud to be your cruise director, and I'll see you later. Enjoy the show, everybody. Oh, it's over. Take it
Wow. They were amazing. Okay, so that's it, right?
I think so.